Take off your shirt. Look at it. In 1800 England, a single hand-sewn linen shirt cost an unskilled laborer about 5 days of work. The fabric alone took a skilled weaver roughly 13 hours on a hand loom. The flax had to be grown, retted, scutched, hackled, spun into thread, woven into cloth, bleached, cut, and sewn. Every step was a human hand. That is why your great-great-grandfather owned 2 shirts, not because he was poor by his own standards, because that is what shirts cost. A modern equivalent t-shirt today costs about 10 minutes of US median wage. You probably own 20 of them. You own more shirts than your ancestors owned objects. The thing they wore until it disintegrated, you throw away when you spill coffee on it. Now, think about moving from one city to another. London to Edinburgh in 1750, 400 miles. By stagecoach, the journey took 4 days. The ticket cost about £4, which was roughly 60 days of an unskilled laborer's wages. 2 months of work for one trip. By 1900, the same trip took 8 hours by train and cost about 1 day's wages. Today, it takes 4 hours and costs roughly 4 hours of US median wage. A transatlantic crossing in 1850 took 4 to 6 weeks below decks and cost a working-class family 3 to 6 months of wages. Today, a flight from New York to London takes 6 hours and costs about 25 hours of median labor. The trip that cost a third of your annual income, you can buy with 3 days of work. So who actually measured all of this for the modern era? Marian Tupy and Gail Pooley, 2 economists at the Cato Institute, built something called the Simon Abundance Index. They track the time price of 50 basic commodities: wheat, sugar, coffee, copper, oil, salt, across the entire global market from 1980 to 2020. They found that the time price of basic goods fell by 71% in 40 years. An hour of blue-collar work in 2020 bought roughly 3.5 times more stuff than the same hour in 1980. The world's population grew by 3 billion in that period, and the things humans need got cheaper, not more expensive. This is the actual measure of wealth, not the number on your paycheck, the number of hours of your life it takes to keep yourself alive. But not everything got cheaper. In 1500s London, an unskilled worker spent about 10% of his wages on rent. In 2020's London, the same worker spends 40 to 50%. In 1970, a year of in-state public university tuition in the United States cost about 4 weeks of median family income. By 2020, it cost about 6 months. Healthcare followed the same curve. The economist William Baumol noticed this pattern in the 1960s and called it cost disease. The things made by machines and global supply chains, the candles, the bread, the shirts, the plane tickets, got radically cheaper. The things that are still made by one human at a time, the teacher in front of you, the doctor examining you, the landlord holding your lease, got radically more expensive. We outran the machines on the goods. We did not outrun ourselves on the services. Money is the wrong unit. Time is the right unit. For most of human history, an hour of your life bought a candle, a piece of bread, a single step closer to the next city. Now, an hour of your life buys 1,000 books, a flight across the ocean, a year of light. We are the richest people who have ever lived, in every way that can be measured against an hour. And the only things we still cannot afford are the things we still make with our own hands.